I'm sure all of you collected coins in your piggy bank. And when finally the day came to break it, we were all really excited. We all felt really rich that day. But imagine, what if your piggy bank also had a superpower, wherein for every 10 rupees you inserted in that piggy bank, the piggy bank increased it by 10%. So if you inserted a 100 rupee note, it would give you 110 rupees when you actually broke it. What would you do in that scenario if your piggy bank had that power? I'm sure all of us would put in more and more money in that piggy bank because it's compounding, it's growing our money. Sadly, piggy bank does not have that superpower, but stock market has that superpower. I know, that might sound a bit surprising, but honestly, stock market is lot like your temperament. It reflects your temperament. So if someone is seeking gambling, stock market is a casino. If someone is seeking entertainment, stock market is a movie hall. And if someone is actually seeking it as a medium to create wealth, to get rich, it's a great place to compound your wealth and you can actually become rich. I know it sounds a little unbelievable because of all the things that we have heard about stock market over the years. So let me explain you the true character, the true nature of stock market. And for that, let's talk about entrepreneurship. I'm sure most of you either dream of starting your own startup or at least have tried your hands in starting a business. Now, at times, what are we restricted by? Why, even if we want to start a startup, we are not able to do it successfully? It happens because first, we might be lacking in capital. We don't have enough money and no one is ready to fund us. Second, we might not have a great team. We don't have people who can execute our idea. Third, we lack expertise. We don't know how to execute it. All these problems restrict us. They stop us from achieving success in businesses. But this is the magic of stock market. Stock market allows you to fulfill your entrepreneurial bug without actually starting your own business. Think about it. Think about any business that you would want to do. There are more than 5,000 listed companies in the stock market. So no matter what your business idea is, there is already a company available in the stock market that does something similar. So think about it. If you want to start an electric vehicle company because you think electric vehicle is the future, then you can invest in Tata Motors or Maruti Suzuki or various other electric vehicle part manufacturers. And what's great? You don't need to worry about how much funding you have because you can invest whatever amount you have. So you can become a partner by investing 5,000 rupees, by investing 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees. And think about it. And this is the best part. If you would have managed your business on your own, you lack experience. But when you're investing in, say, Jio, your money is being managed by Mr. Mukesh Ambani, one of the best business brains in the country. So when you invest in the stock market, your money is managed by the best of the best. And they take responsibility of your money and they are managing your money on your behalf. How great is that? How brilliant is that? Think about it. We often lend money to our relatives, to our friends in the hope that we'll get our money back. But most of the times, we don't get any money back. Why not give this money to the best brains in India? After all, who could take better care of our money than great business managers like Ratan Tata or Mr. Adi Godrej? So why am I talking all good things about the stock market? Am I trying to seduce you into investing into the market? Oh no, I'm just trying to present true facts here and help you make an informed decision. The fact is, most people who invest in this market lose money in the stock market. But if stock market is such a great place, why do most investors lose money? Why do most investors fail? To understand this, we need to analyze why most relationships fail. I'm sure most people who are hearing this today have been in a relationship. So let's understand why most relationships fail. While I claim not to be an expert in this matter, but a cursory observation tells me that most relationships fail because our expectations out of our partner goes out of bounds. We start expecting too much. The same is the case with the stock market. Whenever we enter the stock market, we start expecting too much. We want to double our money in a few months or a few weeks at times. So, because of these burden of expectations, we start committing mistakes. We tend to get very short-sighted when mentally we know that we are investing in stocks. And therefore, this name stocks, it could be a bit misleading. The better name is business market. Stock market is basically a business shopping mall wherein there are 5,000 businesses on offer to you and you can purchase stake in any of those 5,000 businesses. So instead of thinking that we are buying stocks, we should think that we are buying businesses. And there's another clever mental model that will help you stay invested for the long run. Whenever we are committed to our own business, whenever we are self-employed, we work 12 hours a day, we don't get peaceful sleep at night, we are troubled about managing employees, taxes, authorities, and everything that could go wrong, we are directly responsible for that and we lose our peaceful sleep. But if you just give your money to the best businesses in India, managed by the best business brains, they do all the hard work for you. They lose their sleep while your money compounds, your money grows. So this is a way of doing businesses while avoiding all the hassles of running your business on your own. So it's the best of both worlds. But even with all of this, be 100% sure that losses will happen. But think about it. Just because an airplane crashed recently does not mean that you will never board a flight. We have to accept certain risks. Similarly, if you invest in the stock market, be 100% sure that at times you will incur losses. But I have a couple of ways to minimize those instances. One is diversification. What's one of the best things about investing in the stock market is that if you have invested 100 rupees in a particular stock, the maximum amount that you can lose is 100 rupees. But what's the maximum amount that you can gain? It's infinity. The 100 rupees stock could grow many folds. Just to give you an example, 1,000 rupees invested in Wipro 40 years ago is worth 70 crore rupees today. So a stock can grow multifold, but the maximum you can lose is 100%. And thereby, even if, say, you have invested in 10 stocks and a couple of them go really bad, the 8 others will take care of it. And therefore, as beginners, we are very obsessed about one stock or two stocks. But we should focus on building a great portfolio of 10 stocks. And then a few of your mistakes will automatically be forgotten. But how do we pick 10 great stocks? That's the question. And the answer to it is very simple. Investing in what you know. And by that, I mean investing in companies either you work for your peers, the competitors of your company, or companies whose products or services you use as consumers. Because once we are any kind of stakeholders in those companies, say employee, say consumer, we know about that company, how the customer service is, what the product quality is, and many important parameters. So, if we simply stick to this discipline that I'll only invest in companies whose products or services I like, my family is like, or my friends like. If I just maintain this simple discipline, in most cases, you would avoid investing in companies that are incurring losses. Because if a product is loved by its consumers, most likely that company would do well. So I hope this was simple enough. I hope and I would consider that my job is done if I'm able to convince you that stock market is not a casino. It's not a place that you should be afraid of, and stock market is something that can genuinely create wealth for you and grow your money. So I hope you would start investing, because the best time to start investing is now. It's as soon as you start, because compounding takes time. Happy investing. Bye-bye.